You can love with all your heart, but never forget to love yourself first. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world where we're told that love should complete us, that we're half of a whole, but I'm here to tell you, you are already whole. You are already complete, and the moment you forget that, you start to lose yourself in love. You don't need another person to make you whole. That idea, the one that says you're incomplete until someone loves you, is a myth we've been sold in movies, music, and even fairy tales. The truth is, you came into this world as a full, beautiful, worthy individual. Your value doesn't increase because someone chooses to be with you. It's not defined by how much someone loves you, but by how deeply you love, understand, and accept yourself. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. In fact, some of the most powerful growth happens when you're by yourself. It's in those quiet, solitary moments that you begin to hear your true voice, not the voice molded by expectations, but the one that reflects your desires, dreams, and purpose. That's the version of you that you need to get to know and fall in love with. When you fully embrace who you are, you stop settling for love that feels like crumbs. You begin to attract relationships that match your self-worth because you've already shown the world how you expect to be treated. You'll realize that the right kind of love isn't about completion. It's about collaboration. It's two whole people walking side by side, not one dragging the other along. So don't rush to fill a space just because it's empty. Let solitude shape you, teach you, and empower you. Be the person you would want to fall in love with, confident, fulfilled, and unshakably aware of your own greatness. When love does come, let it add joy, not define your identity. Because the most magnetic thing in the world is someone who knows they're enough, on their own. Love in its purest form should lift you higher, not weigh you down. It should be the wind beneath your wings, not the chain around your ankles. If you find yourself dimming your light to make someone else feel comfortable, that's not love. That's compromise at the expense of your identity. True love encourages you to be more of who you are, not less. It celebrates your dreams, applauds your ambitions, and supports your growth. The right partner won't be threatened by your success. They'll cheer the loudest when you win. They'll challenge you to evolve, not out of insecurity, but out of belief in your potential. Sometimes we confuse love with sacrifice. We think we have to give up parts of ourselves to keep the relationship going. But love should never ask you to abandon your purpose, your voice, or your passions. If it does, it's not love. It's control disguised as care. You should never feel smaller in someone's presence. You should never be afraid to speak your truth or share your vision. Love should be the space where you feel the safest to be your boldest, loudest, most authentic self. When two people come together in healthy love, they amplify each other. They create space for both individuals to shine. One doesn't overpower the other. Instead, they rise together, like two stars orbiting in sync, not colliding, but glowing brighter. Don't stay in a relationship that stifles your spirit. Love is meant to nurture, not negate. It should energize you, not exhaust you. You deserve someone who sees your power and says, "Go for it. I've got your back." Because love that elevates is love that lasts. And anything less than that simply isn't worthy of you. Your dreams are not a side note in your life. They are the blueprint of who you are meant to become. Falling in love should never mean putting those dreams on pause. You had goals, passions, and ambitions before love walked in, and those should still matter, even more so, after love arrives. Often, in the name of love, people make silent sacrifices. They let go of the things that once gave them fire because they're afraid their dreams might become a burden in the relationship. But a love that truly sees you will never ask you to shrink. It won't ask you to choose between love and your future. Instead, it will hold space for both. You are allowed to want more, for yourself, your career, your calling. And anyone who truly loves you will not just allow that. They will encourage it. They will remind you of your brilliance on the days you forget. They will push you toward your goals, not pull you away from them. The truth is, dreams don't die suddenly. They fade when we stop fighting for them. They dim when we believe someone else's path matters more than our own. But if you lose your dreams in love, you'll eventually lose parts of yourself. And no relationship, no matter how passionate, is worth that cost. So protect your dreams fiercely. Speak them aloud. Write them down. Take action every day, even in small ways. Because love should be a source of strength, not a reason for delay. The right partner won't feel threatened by your ambition. They'll be inspired by it. And together, you'll build not just a relationship, but a life that reflects both your heart's asterisk and asterisk your hopes. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are bridges that show others how to love and respect you. Too often, we associate setting boundaries with being selfish or distant, especially in love. But the truth is, boundaries are an act of self-respect and a vital part of any healthy relationship. When you set a boundary, you're not saying, "I don't care about you." You're saying, "I care about myself too." You're acknowledging your own needs, energy, time, and emotional well-being. Love does not mean giving all of yourself until there's nothing left. It means knowing where your limits are and having the courage to honor them. It can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to people pleasing or if your partner isn't used to hearing no. But discomfort is not a sign you're doing something wrong. It's a sign that you're growing. And the people who truly care for you will adjust. They'll listen, they'll learn, and they'll respect what you need to feel safe and valued. Boundaries don't weaken love. They strengthen it. They create clarity, reduce resentment, and build trust. When both people in a relationship feel safe to express their limits, there's more room for genuine connection. There's more space to breathe, to be, and to grow. Never feel guilty for protecting your peace. Saying no doesn't make you cold. Asking for space doesn't mean you don't care. Prioritizing your needs doesn't make you less loving. It makes you healthier, more grounded, and more capable of giving love that is real, not forced. So speak up. Define what's okay and what's not. And remember, anyone who makes you feel guilty for having boundaries is benefiting from your lack of them. Choose yourself and love from a place of strength, not sacrifice. Sometimes the most powerful act of love is walking away, not from a person, but from a version of yourself that keeps accepting less than you deserve. Love can be beautiful, healing, and inspiring, but it can also become a place where you slowly lose your voice, your confidence, and your sense of self. That's when it becomes necessary to make the hardest decision of all, to leave. It's not weakness. It's not failure. Walking away is strength in its rawest form. It's looking at something that once felt like everything and realizing it no longer aligns with who you are or where you're going. It's choosing peace over chaos, clarity over confusion, and growth over comfort. Staying in a relationship that drains you doesn't make you loyal, it makes you stuck. Love should never feel like a fight to be heard, to be seen, or to be enough. If you find yourself constantly justifying someone else's behavior, ignoring your own needs, or making excuses for being unhappy, it may be time to let go. It's okay to grieve what could have been. It's okay to miss the good parts. But don't let nostalgia make you settle. You are allowed to outgrow people. You are allowed to move on, even from someone you still love. Not every relationship is meant to last, but every relationship is meant to teach you. So listen to your inner voice, the one that whispers when things no longer feel right. Don't silence it with hope or fear. You owe it to yourself to choose a life that feels like freedom, not survival. Walking away doesn't mean you gave up. It means you remembered who you are and you chose to honor that. And that choice, that's what real love for yourself looks like. Your life is not a supporting role in someone else's story. You are the lead, the author, and the driving force of your journey. Yet so many of us forget that. We mold ourselves to fit into someone else's world, their plans, their dreams, until one day we don't even recognize our own reflection. You weren't born to simply orbit around someone else's universe. You were born to build your own. That doesn't mean love isn't important, but it should never come at the cost of your identity. When you start sacrificing your voice, your values, or your vision to keep someone else comfortable, you're no longer living your story. You're playing a role in theirs. Being the hero means taking responsibility for your choices. It means setting goals, chasing dreams, overcoming fears, and facing the hard truths about what you want and what you deserve. It means refusing to let heartbreak, rejection, or someone else's opinion define you. Every great hero has moments of doubt, setbacks, and pain, but they rise anyway, not because someone saved them, but because they remembered their strength. You are no different. You don't need to be rescued. You need to believe in your power to rewrite the ending. When you truly see yourself as the hero, love becomes a part of your journey, not the destination. You stop waiting for someone to complete you and start building a life so rich, so full, that love becomes the beautiful addition, not the missing piece. This is your story, your dreams, your life. You hold the pen. Write it boldly, Live it unapologetically, and never forget, you are not a side character in love. You are the hero who decides how the story goes. Love deeply, love fiercely, but never lose the fire in your own soul trying to light someone else's. Remember, you can love them and still choose you.